Alright, I got one shot at this. I just turned my air conditioner off so that I don't have any crazy background noise, but it is like 4 degrees outside, so I gotta kind of turn it back on as soon as I'm done. So let's go over some closing thoughts that I had about the Minesweeper project. What went right was, I don't know, I thought the game that came out was pretty decent. I liked the look of the first one better, but the second one was kind of put together a little nicer. I also discovered that I actually like Minesweeper. I thought that was interesting. I never actually played it, I don't think. I just saw someone talking about it once, and I was like, that's a nice project. And I did learn a bit, although admittedly I did know a lot of that already. I did, however, get to practice, which is what was important. What could have gone better? Editing all these videos quite literally took me 18 hours. It took me an entire day to do that. So I would rather not do that again. I think next time I'm going to chop up my videos a little better. Maybe not just go on a, endless voyage into nothingness. The sound quality was awful, so that's very on brand for me. I nailed that one, I think. And too much fiddling around with variables for positioning things. I even did this in the capstone. That's a personal thing. I need to stop doing that. But whatever, man. We all had fun. So here are some things that I missed, or how I just kind of said, you know what, I'm gonna do this inside of the capstone thing. I strayed from the original design and did something that I had already done before. I got to practice that, so that's good, but I didn't really get a chance to explain it. So I did kind of go over it a little bit in one of the episodes. I don't remember which one, but I was just like, and if you do this, it's technically a state machine. That was about as far into it as I got, and moved on. So I showed this. This was me doodling in paint around like the 5-minute mark or something, talking about what I wanted to do. What's going on here? Well, I'm pretty sure you could follow it, but this is a finite state machine is what it's called. I do these all the time because it's really easy to just separate concerns and stuff, and to kind of inherit logic from one another. It's kind of like polymorphism for functions, I guess. I don't want to say that. I don't want to get dogpiled for using all my words wrong, but that's what it feels like. So it describes the way that the program will transition from state to state. In this particular drawing, it says that menu may go to init, but it may not go to gameplay, win, or lose. You may also notice that init goes to gameplay, and gameplay goes to win or to lose. But then it's just like when you get to one of these, the program ends. Like they just kind of nest in there and they get stuck. Or it would imply that win goes back to gameplay, which it does not. So I strayed from this design too, because gameplay, win, and lose can also go to the menu, but the menu can still only ever go to init. So this is a more accurate version of what wound up actually in the redesign. So if you follow it, menu can only ever go to init, but init can only ever go, no, I did draw this accurately because this is a bug. Init should be able to go back to menu, but it doesn't. So init can only ever go to gameplay. Gameplay can go to menu, it can go to win, or it could go to lose. Win could go to init, or it could go to the menu when you hit escape, when you hit escape. And lose also can go to the menu when you hit escape, or if you hit the spacebar, you go back to init. So I guess I had a slide for that. I basically just described all of this, but init should be able to go to menu, but I forgot to actually add that in, so it doesn't. I think once I finally decide to upload it to GitHub, I will fix that, and then we'll have that back to be more technically complete. But all that means is that in order to go back to the menu, you have to click something first and then go back. So this is what the state machine looks like. The behavior, once you kind of figure out what's going on, it's just a flowchart, but you implement it in code. So here's some implications of a state machine. The state machine defines the possible states and how to switch between them. This can lead to some clean looking code. It looks really nice. Let's take a look over here. So this looks much nicer than this. You know, because this is enormous and it branches out in a bunch of different directions. The control flow is not obvious by looking at it, but this one, it's like you've got two major conditions. Is the mouse button left down? Is it right one down? Or is the space key down? And then it just does like one level checking. So this one's really easy to follow. I'm going to talk about, where is it? Yeah, init right here, it does not go back to the menu. That's all. I could I'm going to do this live on camera, right? I'm just going to take this, pull it out. Oh, no, wait. Is that the one? Yeah, just going to take this, cut it, and then common. I'm just going to put it right here. So now they all do that. And then I just have common right up here, common right up here, and then I'm going to get rid of this and this. So now you notice we have these two states that are identical, like completely identical. That's actually fine, and I'll explain why in a second. Using state machines does not at all imply mutual exclusivity of function. I just went over this, but I made a common function that all gameplay states shared, and I just ran that. It's almost polymorphic in behavior, but I don't know if it is technically, so I won't use that word. But again, it feels that way. So, and then I just did this live, but I could have separated the only thing that win and lose do out. So now they just kind of call up to a common, or if you were a parent thing, so all of them do this, but I just yanked that all out. That's totally fine. You know why? I'm just going to go with the slides, man. I keep getting ahead of myself. Would that not make win and lose redundant? In this particular case, yes, but for example, what if the win state had a take screenshot button? Right, so this leaves it so that your states are separated enough that if you wanted to add a feature somewhere, you could just do that. Furthermore, state does not necessarily imply different functionality. It can actually just imply state. It can imply different states of the machine. So what if win state could only go back to the main menu? Well, game over would allow you to retry. Right? Just by virtue of being in the win state, your state is, well, you've won. You can use that as a sort of, again, I got ahead of myself. What if you intended to park yourself in one of a few identical states, and the only thing of interest was what state you were in? You're going to think like pool pockets in a pool table. Like you're trying to query how many balls are in this corner pocket or something. State machines can emulate polymorphic behavior, but also be kind of like a form of out-of-band data. And if you don't know what that is, I would recommend you look into it because it's very cool. It's a very interesting optimization strategy. So I think that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the notification and ring the subscribe for more bells or whatever. And leave a comment below if you have a suggestion for the next one. I was thinking of like a turn-based battler, like a Pokemon or a Final Fantasy thing, where it's like 1v1 or 2v2 or something, and you do the menu navigation and whatever, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you had a good time or whatever. I hope you learned something.